If I know one thing that's true.
My name is Joseph King, or Joe King, or Jose.
My name is David Welsh. Dave Welsh.
D.
Welsh.
D.
I'm Isaac. We're the Fray, and our new album is called Helios.
If I know one thing that's true.
The guy that helped us design the album wanted us to shoot at this place called Ivanpah, and it's an alternative energy solar field out in the Mojave. So we just liked how it looked, and we went out there, and they gave us run of the mill, and it ended up being the cover of the album and kind of all the artwork for it, and then like once we were there, we started asking questions about the place and what it is, and it's awesome. But yeah, it's called Ivanpah.
It was more aesthetic that we liked, because it felt like very sci-fi kind of thing, and very like kind of organic with, you know, modern world and mirrors and desert and cowboy boots, and you know, so it was more of that, and then it just kind of blended like art and energy, solar. So
there's a drummer who normally sits in on things like this, but he's having a baby today.
Sweet Ben.
Ben Vassaliko, or Tall Mountain, is what we call him.
Ben Polish Thunder Vassaliko. But he suggested the name, actually. He liked it. It's like the Greek god of the sun. And, you know, metaphorically, we're in a really bright time in our life. And babies and weddings, and it's a great time. So, yeah, we liked the name. It was catchy. It fit on the, you know, album cover, graphic font-wise.
Yeah, I mean, the single, it kind of reflected where we wanted to go creatively with the record. We wanted to do things different. We wanted to turn it up sonically, and just get away from, you know, how we'd always in our like comfort zone. And honestly, it's a very happy record. It's very like upbeat and feel good. And so yeah, the single "Love Don't Die" just came out of a quick like co-write session with our friend Ryan Tedder, and you know, we've been friends for a while. We just, you know, very like casual. Hey, let's you guys want to write something? And we just went over there and knocked it out in like 2 hours. And it doesn't always happen that way, but it did for this one. And it's just, yeah, so it came together real quick.
Yeah, we went back to LA. We worked a little bit in LA last record, but not much actually. So this was our first record that we made totally there. And we worked at Henson. And we worked with Stuart Price, who is like the most English 36-year-old you'll meet, and really good with anything electronic music. He's a DJ by trade, and so he brought something that all of us had been curious about, but you know, have very little hands-on experience with. He's really efficient with the way he works, and so we just kind of like hunkered down in the summer in LA. It was really nice. It was the opposite of like the laborious cold weather recording scenario that sounds really arty, but sometimes it's just kind of depressing. So
yeah,
this was the opposite take on that.
Yeah, very peppy British guys.
Yeah.
We got him hooked on. We didn't tell him because caffeine kind of really affected him. But we got him hooked on double dirty chais.
It was cool of us.
So anyway, the afternoons turned into, usually it's like a slump in the studio, and the afternoons turned into like, bring it up, guys, bring it up, come on. It's just a little too slow. It's too slow, please.
Tempo.
He's got quite the collection. They're all the types of synths that nobody can really afford, except somebody like a major producer. Specifically, there's this one called it's called the VCS3, and it's like this, you know, it's yay big, and it's like $20,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I looked it up later. I was curious. When you've got like that sort of like true, like the beginnings of an era of equipment, it's like playing with a vintage guitar. It just sounds better. The same goes with weird electronic instruments that were created in the late 70s. So he had a lot of that, and we had a lot of fun. Mostly just listening to what he was doing. Mm-hmm. He would just he's the type of guy who will, you know, loop a bit of a song that we're working on, and all of a sudden, like the mad scientist part comes out. He just starts tinkering with things.
His chai in one hand.
And that's when we just like lean back with a cup of coffee, just kind of listen to what he's doing and make mental notes when we hear something that's not good, because most of what he did was pretty damn good. So
every producer has different dynamics, and each one we've taken things from and learned things from. You know, Stuart was just very casual, but also very like quick and motivating, and We had been talking throughout the studio, and one of my friends had said, that really struck me, it said a band has to be like big enough to encompass everybody's creative worldview, all the band members. Not necessarily like size big enough, but like large enough to do something that one person or a collective or majority want to try. And so I think he consumed that. I think he let us all have our own space, and if Dave wanted to try something, he'd go in there and let him try for however much time, and then same with Ben, like, oh, let's try this drum, or while keeping like a good pace, you know. But he just let everybody have their space and their time, and then he'd capture exactly. So it was, you know, we learned a lot from him. We learned that we could work fast too, and it could be effective still when it's that fast. Yeah, it's funny because I was more nervous about it, you know, 4 months ago, just like the upcoming release and, you know, how it's going to be received and just all those like artist insecurities that, you know, go along with releasing something. And now, yeah, the past 2 months has been just all life stuff. And I mean, we've been working hard, but it hasn't, like, it doesn't feel real yet. To a certain extent, when you release something, it's no longer yours, and then it's the world's, and they do what they want with it, and then you can kind of like, you're detached from it. You're like, wait, that's ours, or that's us. So, and then there's like perspective. But right now, it's still like our little thing that's here. And
part of the reason I feel the same way as Joe on the nerves for this record is because we've done it 3 times before this, and that rush of getting it together, that rush of putting it out, that like hesitation of hoping people like it, and then kind of that reception. And so we are in a rhythm, you know. My first kid is coming. I have no idea what to expect about that.
Yeah.
People ask me about release week. I was like, oh, she's not due for like 4 more weeks. They're like, no, your record. I was like, oh, right, yeah. Good, I feel good.
Yeah, and I mean, I think all that we can do as artists is just tell the story where we're at in life, and that's exactly what this record is. And our story right now is that life is good, and it's bright, and it's sunny, and it's like a convertible car, and you know, that's coming out of us. So it's not a stressful, dark, angst time for us, you know. So
we've been doing this for a long time, and people have grown with us, and it's incredible. I think that's the stuff that really connects with me more than like, is it getting good reviews, or is it doing good on the charts? All that stuff matters, obviously, but those people are still with us. That means a lot. It feels like we're on the right track.
Hey, we are the Fray. Our new album, Helios, just came out, and you can see us on Last.fm.